Taking birth again and again is not a very welcome arrangement. Because when you take birth, it is said, we say, person is born with a death certificate in his hand. I'm going to die, I'm going to die. I have death certificate with me. I'm going to die. In fact, birth itself is not a welcome arrangement. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani, jatare shayanam, iha samsare, khalu dustare, kripaya pahi pare murare. This is one prayer to the Lord God. My dear Lord, please stop this. Jananam, maranam, birth and death. And for some time, janani, janani, jatare, shayanam. That in a mother's womb, you kind of lie down, not comfortably, there's still hope. I'm just keeping you busy. I meant not to talk. But his father would never let him go out and see the world, because his father, the king, he knew there's so much suffering. By seeing the suffering, my son also will suffer. He will experience the pain. So he was keeping him indoor, within the palace. But Buddha, he was Siddhartha, right? He was Siddhartha, young prince. He insisted, no, Daddy, I want to go. I want to see the world. Okay. Go. So he was seated in a chariot. He was a chariot driver. And there was a scene. There's one person who was trying to cross the road, but he was really struggling. He was falling and waking up, standing up. He was trembling. He was saying, help, but no one was helping. He also had a stick in his hand. Siddhartha asked the chariot driver, what is this? Why is this man struggling so much? The chariot driver said, because he is an old man. He has grown old. Hey, does everyone get old? The chariot driver said, of course, everyone has to become old one day. Me too? Sure, you will also be old one day, and like this, you will be also struggling to cross the road. The journey continues. Stop. And on the footpath, we saw some lepers. Leprosy, leprosy? This is called leprosy. Then there's a pus, and was lying down, and the flies around, and he was crying. Because there's just one disease, but every disease causes you suffering. And hey, why is he like that? He's sick, he's diseased. Does everyone get sick in this world? Of course. And what about me? You too. You'll get old one day. Old man, not sick disease one day. And not just, old age comes only one time. But sickness, how many times sickness comes? As soon as you are born, could be sick, right? You are a boy, you're sick. You are a young man, young woman, sick. You are old, of course, more sick. And then, driving continues. And Siddhartha is looking. Hey, stop! Hey, what's happening here? He saw a lot of people were going in a procession, kind of procession. Of course, they were going to the cremation ground. And as in Hindu tradition, I'm sure other traditions, they do something similar. And 4 persons were carrying another person who was kind of lying down. And he said, hey, what is happening here? While 4 people are struggling to carry this person, that one person is just enjoying. No, he's not enjoying. He's dead. And they're bringing his body to the cremation ground. And what will happen next? They'll burn his body there. Will he then return? No, gone. Siddhartha, seeing this only few scenes, he said, enough is enough. I have seen the world. Bring the chariot back to the palace. And chariot was back in the palace. That night, while of course everyone else was fast asleep, Siddhartha had sleepless night. And he was thinking, there's so much suffering in the world, and I will also have to suffer. I'm no exception. What should I do so that I don't have to go through this process of birth, death, old age, disease? He renounced everything, the palace, the kingdom, whatever else. And he goes to Gaya in Bihar, in India. And he wanted to find a solution to these 4 problems. Of course, this world has so many more problems, but these are the 4 major problems. These are not the problems of Hindus or Indians. These are the problems of every human being, everywhere, all the times. World is designed like that. So then Buddha, he also realized that cause of suffering is ignorance. Ignorance of God, ignorance of myself, who I am, I do not know. I just think, this is myself. And I'm born in Mongolia, so I'm Mongolian. I'm a male or I'm female. Or I'm a rich, I'm a poor, I'm a beautiful, I'm ugly, I'm but all these designations are ever-changing scenes. Body is changing. Every second, body is changing. Change is so minute that we do not take notice of that change, but change is there. So Buddha Dev, he becomes enlightened, and then he shares his realizations. Yeah, for sure, this experience of him trying to know the world, and he found out the 4 kinds of sufferings, and he was determined to get rid of these sufferings, or get rid of the cause of these sufferings. The cause of suffering is the body. Body takes birth. Body gets diseased. Body gets old. Body dies. While all this happens, soul is something different. Ourselves are different from all the changes that body is undergoing. So this is called self-realization. Realize who we are. Realize who God is. Find our relationship with that God. And then we also have interrelationships. But those interrelationship with the body is temporary. Because when body is finished, relationship is finished. So we try to relate others as a soul. And that's why in the very beginning I said, my soul, remember, is welcoming your soul. And we are here to, take care of the soul, or serve your souls, or nourish your souls, make you healthy souls. So we call that in our Sanskrit language, Mahatma. Your Atma, we want to make Mahatma. Big Atma, nourished Atma, healthy Atma. So we meant to do singing, chanting, Kirtan Mela. And I love Kirtans. But somehow, the cold Mongolian has affected my body, and throat is not in normal shape for singing. Talking is easier. Singing, throat has singer acts with his throat. So that's why I'm just keeping you busy more with the talk. And let's see if after this presentation what happens. Others could chant a little more.
Yes.
Or something like that, or I may sing also a little bit. Let's see. So this is understanding the super excellence of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. That's a kind of theme. Excellent things or super excellent features or items related with God. And we'll go a little faster because so Lord Buddha, 2500 years ago, gave the philosophy known as Shunyavad. Ultimately, there's zero. This world is false and suffering and better be nothing. Because if you remain something, you are going to be suffering. Better be non-existent. So this is how he presented the reality. Everything is zero. Then some, well, say 1200 years ago, Shankaracharya, probably you have heard name, Shankar, Shiva, Bholenath, Shiva. You heard? Yeah, he appeared as Shankaracharya and he came up with the philosophy called Nirvisheshvad, or everything is one. God and all of us living entities, we are one. Then some more acharyas or exalted preachers appeared and they said, no, not zero, not one, two. Means God exists and we also exist simultaneously. We do not merge with the God and become one with God. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared 500 years ago and he made little adjustment. Of course, he said, not just two, but one and two. Simultaneously one and two. Qualitatively, we are one with God, but quantity-wise, we are two different personalities. So from Buddha to Shankara to other Vaishnavacharyas to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it took 2000 years to come up with the philosophy called Achintya Bheda Bhed Tattva, simultaneously one and different. And we, at least Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we Hare Krishna people around the world, we are sadhakas, we do sadhana practices, different practices. There's two branches, one called Vaidhi sadhana and Raga Nuga sadhana. One is more regulated, following principles, rules, lots of rules. And Raga Nuga, which we practice, is more spontaneous, loving, services activities. Okay, while Krishna, Supreme Lord, was still in his abode called Golok, he was thinking, the next time I appear and I'm going to be appearing as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what will I do? I was thinking. And Lord decided to do two things. Prema rasa niryasa karite asvadan. And when I appear, I will appear as a devotee. Although I'm a God, Supreme Lord, but I will appear as a devotee of God. To set the example before all human beings everywhere. Just see how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is acting, doing, chanting, and this, that, so the world would follow the example. And then while doing that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I will enjoy the nectarian activities, nectarian pastime, nectarian holy name. Bhakti loke karite pracharan, and I will propagate the same thing. I will share my experience with others. I will relish, that's one thing. I will share that relishment through propagation. So you see, sitting personality is Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, and one who's standing there is one of our previous great Acharya, Rupa Goswami. So Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami, who is sitting, he took all the inspiration from Rupa Goswami, or in fact, his ideas of practicing Krishna consciousness and propagation of Krishna consciousness. These ideas, Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, writing, and planning to propagate that through his books. This is just a little darshan or view of Golok, where God is a person, we said. He has many forms, but this is the most attractive form called Krishna. We were talking earlier about the living entities have different relationships with God. Now I will not explain those. I'll just say the name called Shanta, Dasya. Means you are servant of the Lord. Third from the bottom is Sakhya, friendship with the Lord. Vatsalya, the Lord becomes child, son of some of his devotees. When God appears into this world, he becomes a child of some of his devotees. And he enjoys that parenthood, being a child, and later on being a friend of others, and being a lover, Madhurya, Madha Gopis and Radharani. So these are called rasas or mellows, or different relationships living entities could have with the Lord. There are some examples of Shanta. Shanta means they're peaceful. They are not very active. They just sit around. They're just peaceful. And here are some servants, Dasya. The Dasya is also of two different kinds of friendship. Like Arjuna and Krishna had one kind of relationship. But here, Lord is a Sakha, friend of his devotees in Vrindavan. He plays with them and different pastimes. Vatsalya, Lord becomes a child of Vasudeva and Devaki, but he also enjoys another higher Vatsalya with another devotee called Yashoda, wherein the mother, like you mothers, you try to train your child, or he's naughty, you may slap him, or shut up, sit down, I say. So God enjoys this when some of his devotees playing the role of father, mother, are treating him as treating God as a child. Yeah, and then this is a Madhurya Ras, conjugal pastimes of Radha and Radha Krishna, Gopi Krishna. Now we have the scriptures, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. These are like a essence of all the scriptures in the world, which we study, which we Hare Krishna devotees, and in fact all over India and Hindus, Hindustan, Bharat, we study and we distribute, share this knowledge. There is another incarnation of Lord called Vyasadeva. He plays a role of compilation. At the beginning of this age called Kali Yuga, people are a little dull-headed, ignorant, and a lot of loss of memory. So Vyasadeva writes them down, shastras, so that we could all read those scriptures. These are different levels of scriptures. Bhagavad Gita called preliminary study, Bhagavatam, graduate study, postgraduate study, Chaitanya Charitamrita, or Guru Maharaj to grade them like this. So we have vast literature. Yesterday we were saying, different religions, they call, the book of the religion, Bible, the book of Quran, the book of religion. But we have a whole library of religion. And Krishna Chaitanya, both are Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ishvaraha Paramaha Krishnaha Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govindaha Sarvakarana Karanam. A scripture called Brahma Samhita. This is one of his prayer glorifying God. Krishna is Supreme Personality and He's source of everything and everybody, but He has no source.
харин түүнд одоо их бодлого гэж байдаггүй.
Yeah, so some little more. This Krishna has 64 qualities. Our God has 64 qualities. He has many more, but 64 are listed, say. Of this, 50 of these 64 qualities are also found in living entities in minute quantity. Then higher beings, higher than human beings, are devatas or demigods like a Brahma or Surya or Chandra and Vayu, and they are called Ishwaras. They are given different departments in this universal affair, and they have additional 5 qualities. Human beings have 50 and demigods have additional 5 qualities. And Lord appears in many incarnations. Sambhavami yuge yuge. In every age Lord appears. And they have additional 5 qualities. So that's 50 plus 5, 55 plus 5, 60 qualities are found in all the incarnations. But there are 4 additional qualities found only in personality of Krishna. What are those additional four qualities? Leela. There's a Leela, the pastimes of the Lord Krishna. They're super excellent. And Premna, his loving dealings with his devotees. Venu Madhurya, flute playing. Our Krishna plays flute, matchless, flute player, very magical, nectarian sound. And his form is so beautiful, masterpiece of beauty. And he is eternally beautiful, beautiful forever. Even increasing his beauty all the time. Is that the case with us? Very young age, we may be looking beautiful, but when we grow old, no one would like to look at us. When we are young, others may like to could I take a selfie with you? But if you're old, wrinkled faces, no one wants to look at it. So we are beautiful today, ugly tomorrow. But Lord is always beautiful. At this point, dear friends, brothers, I want to say that your soul is beautiful, and your soul is beautiful forever, and your soul is much more beautiful than your bodies. No comparison. Therefore, if we realize our soul, ourselves, then we'll be happy. Whether the body is beautiful, ugly, doesn't matter. So here you say, one devotee saw this. In the middle, arms like this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. On either side is Radha and Krishna. So in fact, Radha and Krishna, they combine and become one form, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. 5,000 years ago, Radha Krishna appeared in Vrindavan. And 500 years ago, they combined, became one, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Appeared in a place called Mayapur in West Bengal. Now this is a prayer at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Maybe you could say this after me. You may like to fold your hands and say after me. Could read and say, Namo Mahavadanyaya
Namo Mahavadanyaya
Krishna Prema Pradayate
Krishna Prema Pradayate
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya
Namne Gaurat Vishe Namaha.
Namne Gaurat Vishe Namaha.
Of course, we have to know this is called mantra. This is a mantra, prayer for. Pray to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So here, quickly, the translation is, Namaha, that is I offer my obeisances. That's why I had requested you to fold your hands, because this is meant to Namaha. Namaha. From Namaha comes Namaskar or Namaste, Namo Namaha, like that. So, Lord is most magnanimous, and that is His quality. Krishna Prema Pradayate. He is a distributor of love of Godhead. Third thing is Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne. He is same Krishna, but now he has appeared as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Namne Gaurat Krishen Namaha. Krishna is a blackish complexion, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Gaura. He is a golden. This is what you're saying is founder Acharya of this Hare Krishna movement. Upon request of his Guru Maharaj, his spiritual master, he went to the West, he went to America, 1965, and arrived in New York on 17th September, which is when? 17th, that's it, 17th. Today is 14th?
Yes.
Yeah, so just few days from today, on 17th, in 1965, and this is 2025, that meant 60 years ago, he arrived in New York. Really. So this will be 60th anniversary of Prabhupada's arrival in America. And then he will soon put the foundation of this Hare Krishna movement. He listed when Hare Krishna movement was registered in New York, he had listed 7 purposes, reasons or purposes behind ISKCON's foundation, which are listed there if you could read them. Distribution of spiritual books, teaching a simpler and natural way of life, erect holy places of pastimes of Lord Krishna, encourage the Sankirtan movement to bring society nearer to Krishna, and propagate the Krishna consciousness of Krishna, and propagate spiritual knowledge. So we are also here in Mongolia, so you have to take note the purpose why ISKCON was founded, and make sure all these purposes are served. Here it shows at the top you see Krishna, and then Brahma other side. These are photographs of different acharyas or spiritual heads or guru-disciple relationship, guru-disciple. There's Narad Muni and so many. Madhvacharya, Vyas, and Madhvendra Puri, and like that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself becomes part of the chain. And you see Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So we represent this unbroken chain of spiritual masters and disciples. Our destination, we mention God eternally resides in His own abode, kingdom of God. It is also known as Mayapur, generally known as Vaikuntha. In Vaikuntha there is a Maha Vaikuntha, Mayapur and Vrindavan Dhamanki. And our Guru Maharaj Prabhupada always said, books are the basis. Scriptures are the basis. How many books are there? And all the books are also have not been displayed. There are many more books. So this is the foundation of all that we Hare Krishnas do and talk about. We represent all these scriptures, a vast body of knowledge. And here you see, 500 years ago, we had been mentioning Chaitanya, but there is also Nityanand Prabhu. Krishna and Balaram appeared as Gaur Nitai. Sankirtanaika pitaro kamalaya Vishvambharo dvijavaro yuga dharma palo Vande jagat priyakaro karunavataro. That's a prayer. So these are the founding fathers. of Hare Krishna movement, Chaitanya, Nityananda. And these lords, or especially Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, predicted. You remember he had said, when I appear, he will aswadan, he will relish nectar of Krishna consciousness, nectar of the holy name, scriptures. That's one thing which he did. And prasaran, he said, I will propagate this, I will propagate, share with others. And he predicted that this Krishna consciousness, chanting of the holy name, reach every town, every village all over the world. And here you see, it has reached Mongolia. So these kind of scenes that you see here, one scene, right now, maybe thousands of groups like this, London, New York, Los Angeles, Hawaii, Tokyo, Delhi, Melbourne, Australia, Dubai, well, we can't go so much out in open there, but indoor, we chant there. On all the 6 continents, devotees of Krishna are chanting and dancing, making Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's prediction come true. World Holy Name Week. We have a special, a global event to celebrate our founder Acharya Prabhupada's arrival in America. And that event is chanting of holy names for 7 days, 7 nights. Of course, we always chant, we Hare Krishnas, and because we always chant Hare Krishna, they call, hey, these are Hare Krishna people. Oh, these are Hare Krishna people, because they always chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. But for 1 week, starting from 17th of September, 1 week, there will be much more chanting, like a marathon. So here we already kind of inaugurated that today. So as you read World Holy Name Week, or whole week, and you could chant Hare Krishna using the drums, hand cymbals, chant and dance. You could also sit down, take the beads, and on your own, you could chant, utter the holy name, and meditate upon name, pastimes, qualities of the Lord. It's called Japa. We hold Kirtan Melas. This one is in Mayapur. Holy name retreats. So lots of things are done with the holy name all year long, especially during this 1 week period. And thank you. Hare Krishna.